I'm Jake Rohde, and I wanted to talk about one of the ways that I've really come to learn some dependence on Christ as the Lord of my life. My wife and I, for the last couple of years, were involved in a life group with 10 or 12 other friends, and one of our friends that came was not a Christian. And it was really good to have him in our group. He always contributed to the discussion and asked a lot of really great questions. And periodically, we would get into just some real fundamental debates or conversations about Christianity, and no matter what we did, we couldn't get him to commit to being a Christian, and we could more or less win these arguments or these debates. We could show how what the Bible says lines up with the reality of what we know in the world, and that kind of thing. But he would still he would even sort of admit that, but wouldn't ever make any kind of decision. And it was a struggle for a while because I thought I should be able to get him past that point. But there was one point when I made the realization that I can't change hearts. That's Jesus' job, and so that was really a lifting of a burden from me. I need to. My job is to be faithful and to obey and to follow all of God's promptings and to have those conversations with my friends. But it's not my job to make other people fall in love with Jesus. That's something that only it's got to be between them and Him. And so that was really, like I said, a lifting of a burden, and that has really that realization has kind of manifested itself in other areas of my life too. One of them recently has been job searching. Both my wife and I have been looking for jobs for a while now, and we always think that we find perfect matches and jobs we should get and things like that, and so far none of it's worked out. But we've both continued to realize this lesson that we learned with our other friend, that we can be faithful and we can do our best work writing resumes and putting together references and applying for jobs and all that kind of thing, but we're not the ones who can make the final decisions with that. So I think it's been really good for us to just kind of learn that as a couple and in our life group and in various ways.